Mars, the commander, has made its move into the early sign of Taurus. Mars will be transiting through the Taurus till the end of August 2024, which makes it a significant time period of around 1.5 months for Mars to give its results being in Taurus. When we talk about Mars in Taurus, the first thing that comes to mind is a steady and calm warrior, focused on gaining something, building something up, getting the rewards of the labor. When Mars was transiting through Aries, it was a time of testing survival of the fittest. It was a time of focusing on self growth, health, fitness, and life direction. Whereas Mars in Taurus is a little different placement for Mars altogether because it's now going second to its Mool Trikon sign of Aries and seventh from its another sign of Scorpio, which means now Mars's agenda is going to be to gain the fruits of its labor. There is a saying in English, what you sow shall be reaped. And as the saying goes, one has to be mindful of their actions, thoughts, and goals. What you're aiming for during this transit will determine the course of action and results related to the same during Mars's stay in Taurus. The natural first house ruler of Kalpurush Kundali, Mars, is now coming to the natural second house of Kalpurush Kundali, which means that the focus and direction of our actions, thoughts, aims, goals, and desires is going to be focused on our speech, familial relations, wealth generation, major decisions related to wealth management, assets management, domination factor within the familial dynamics can also be a crucial factor during this time. So, maintaining harmony while dealing with familial matters is the key to make the best of this transit. Mars in Taurus is accompanied by planet Jupiter this time, which means that Mars's results will be dependent on Jupiter's rulership in our individual horoscope, depending upon the ascendant sign or the moon sign. But in general, Mars conjunct Jupiter in transit in Taurus indicates big shifts in terms of land related matters. If the right yoga is present in your horoscope and the suitable dasha is running, then one can invest in land and property during this time. Gains through inheritance are also possible if the right planetary alignment and dasha is running. Jupiter and Mars together makes it a stubborn and mighty planetary alignment or combination. Especially till 31st of July, it was a good time period to invest in land property related dealings as Venus, the ruler of the sign of Taurus, was also transiting through the sign of Cancer till then, which is the natural fourth house of Kalpurush Kundali related to home, land, property, and family. Jupiter being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of the Kalpurush Kundali, conjunct with Mars, the natural first and 8th house ruler, indicates that there can be scenarios where some of our family members or relatives or our father have to travel to a distant place for some work. Someone in our blood relations might get relocated during this time. For students, travel related to higher education is on the horizon. Be mindful of not getting into any kind of power struggles within the familial setup as everybody will be hell bent on proving their individual point as correct. There can be sudden increase in the shares of the finance companies, but with high volatility rate as Mars's impulsive and aggressive energy is influencing Jupiter, the Karaka of finance or wealth. Venus, the ruler of Taurus, will make its move into the regal sign of Leo during the month of August. That will be the time when more expenditure, more shopping, investing in lavish jewelry and clothing will take place. Mars conjunct Jupiter can create certain compulsive behavioral patterns within people, which is somewhat positive. It is not like it's going to be giving negative results, but it can make people stubborn. So, all of us need to channelize our energies and actions into doing something productive. Mars, from here, will cast its aspect on the sign of Leo with its fourth aspect, the sign of Scorpio with its seventh aspect, and on the sign of Sagittarius with its eighth aspect. The fourth aspect on the sign of Leo shows internal warsome environment and need for protection to the central government, the army, policemen will be in limelight, and the regional government officers will be needing to play a crucial role in safeguarding the country's geopolitical situation. On a personal level, wherever the sign of Leo falls in your chart, you will feel the need to protect those karakatvas or significations anyhow. The seventh aspect of Mars will fall onto the sign of Scorpio, along with Jupiter's seventh aspect on it, indicates that high tension and energetic movement, and mainly some kind of transformation taking place in the areas of life that are represented by the house, wherever the sign of Scorpio is present in your chart. The eighth aspect onto the sign of Sagittarius again indicates the obsessive, compulsive need to follow your own beliefs and act according to our principles. There is absolutely nothing wrong in it until one suppresses other people's beliefs and forces others to believe in what they think is right. So just be mindful of it, and it can also be a good time to uproot some of the negative, non serving beliefs that are holding us back from achieving our goals or to be our best version. Whichever houses are ruled by planet Mars in your horoscope, and wherever the sign of Taurus falls in your chart, will see these particular results. For the Aries Ascendant and Moon sign natives, the transit of planet Mars proves to be significant because Mars is the ruler of your first house of life path, personality, health, and wellness, along with the ruler of your eighth house of sudden transformative events, and how you face and overcome it. So, first of all, Mars is transiting through the second house of your chart, along with the ninth and 12th house ruler Jupiter, indicates that there can be a possible relocation of any of your family members, or if you are looking to invest in any land or property, then this time period can prove to be helpful to you. This transit also indicates major decisions and management related to wealth, assets, savings, investments. Sudden topics of inheritance related matters can also take place. Some kind of power struggle within the family, either because of ethics, principles, or of financial matters, can be of your focus during this time. So take mindful decisions and action as well. Mars, along with Jupiter here, can give some major results related to your father's finances, or father can be traveling for some work purpose during this time. If there is any kind of dental issues that you're having, then better to get it resolved as soon as possible. Follow a good healthy diet. Mars from here will cast its aspect on the fifth house of Leo, which indicates the power struggle with the authorities or your compulsive behavior to showcase the power and authority that you hold in the society. The seventh aspect onto the sign of Scorpio shows sudden events coming your way related to wealth management, dietary changes, inheritance, or income tax related matters can be of your focus during this transit. Keeping the blood pressure levels under control is also necessary during this time. The eighth aspect onto the sign of Sagittarius indicates the deep analysis and changes in your thought process that is likely to take place during Mars's stay in Taurus. Overall, be a little flexible and polite in your speech. For the Taurus ascendant and moon sign natives, the exact conjunction or transit of planet Mars along with Jupiter is going to take place in your first house of horoscope, which means that this time period holds significant importance in your life. Mars being the 12th and the seventh house ruler of your horoscope, transiting through the first house of your horoscope shows that you being involved in the public eye is likely to happen during this transit. The familial dynamics can be of focus, and intense experiences with the families regarding the wealth, marriage is likely to happen. If you're looking to get married or get into a relationship, this time period can prove to be helpful for the same, especially till 20th of August until Mars is in Taurus. Wealth management, speech management, dental issues, sudden fluctuations, or need to form certain regulations around financial planning. Mars conjunct with Jupiter here indicates sudden financial gains as well. If the right dasha is operating for you, of course. Avoid being too idealistic or too stubborn about anything. Keep yourself calm. Mars will cast its fourth aspect onto the fourth house of Leo. So, major focus is going to be on family, property, house related matters, along with your mother's health. The fourth house also deals with peace of mind and relationship with mother, local government, bank, and banking related work could also be of significance during this time. The seventh aspect of Mars falls onto the seventh house of your horoscope on the sign of Scorpio, indicates compulsive or stubborn behavior towards relationship matters, partnership, or especially if you are married. So try to strike a balance by being composed in attitude. The eighth aspect, falling on the eighth house of Sagittarius, indicate that you can be deeply interested in saving up or investing money in some form of assets. It again indicates chances of getting married for those who wish to get married. And for those who are already married, be mindful while dealing with the in laws. That's how you can make the best of this transit. For the Gemini ascendant and moon sign natives, the transit of planet Mars is taking place in the 12th house of your horoscope. Being the ruler of the 11th and 6th house of horoscope, transiting through the 12th house of horoscope indicates that the Gemini natives will have to deal with additional expenditure, anger burst outs in between, additional expenditure on the matters of family, relocation, or long distance travel because of work. Foreign travel with the spouse or for your business purpose is likely to take place, as Jupiter is also transiting through the 12th house of Taurus. When Mars transits through the 12th house, it is the time to win over the urges of various kinds of pleasure and pleasure seeking attitude. For example, Mars is the Karaka of energy. Now, the energy giver Mars has gone into the house of losses and philanthropy. But it is also the house of sensual pleasures, hidden activities. Hence, one has to be mindful of where their energy is being put into. Mars, being the ruler of the 11th and 6th house of horoscope, indicates possible relocation or transfer for those who are working in a job setup, as this Mars is accompanied by the 10th house ruler Jupiter itself. Mars here can give sudden investment in land property or sudden fluctuation in the stock market investment. From the 12th house, Mars aspects the 3rd house of Leo, shows that your efforts should be put in the right direction, for the right reasons, to protect your own energy, assets, and to make informed decisions. The 7th aspect on the 6th house of Scorpio indicates the need to be mindful of the debt related matters. And the eighth aspect on the 7th house of Sagittarius indicates certain abrupt changes and sudden surge of energy in the way you deal with opposite sex and the way you relate with others is likely to get transformed during this time. So, for all the Gemini natives out there, this is kind of a mixed period, and you have to focus on what really matters and what it is that is significant. For the Cancer ascendant and moon sign natives, the transit of planet Mars is taking place in the 11th house of your horoscope, which means that the energy and aggression of planet Mars is now making you focus on the matters related to your earnings, finances, ambition, desires, goals. There is a high chance of you being ambitious, stubborn, and adamant about getting certain results in your favor, be it into business or a job setup. Work, connections, network, and net worth will matter to you a lot during this transit. With the right yogas, this transit also enables promotion, increment, getting recognition at the place of work. Mars is conjunct with the 6th and the 9th house ruler Jupiter, and both these planets are friends with your ascendant or moon sign ruling planet, indicating positive results in terms of financial gains, fulfillment of desires. Mars, along with Jupiter in the 11th house, also indicates that you should be mindful while dealing with the colleagues and should avoid being compulsive towards others and not let yourself get into any kind of compulsive behavior of others as well. Mars from here casts its fourth aspect on the second house of Leo, again making you channel the energy, action, and your focus towards financial planning, investment, and familial matters. The seventh aspect on the fifth house of Scorpio indicates possibility of stomach related health issues that gets resolved by getting the right kind of treatment during this transit. If any of you were planning to go for any kind of surgery related to stomach region, then this transit of Mars will prove to be significant. The eighth aspect on the sixth house of Sagittarius indicates that many of the Cancer Ascendant and Moon sign natives can get a loan sanction during this transit. It also shows the need to look after one's diet and be mindful of one's own health. So, overall, this time period is to focus more on your health, on your well being, and the more you feel energized and inspired, the better this transit will prove for you. For the Leo ascendant and moon sign natives, the transit of planet Mars is taking place through the 10th house of your horoscope, a transit to look forward to for all the Leo natives out there because Mars does very well when it's transiting or is placed into the 10th house of horoscope. So you are going to be all charged up with energy, valor, ambition, and there will be a different kind of firmness in your approach and speech during this transit. Mars, being the ninth and fourth house ruler, indicates that luck is on your side. There is a strong yoga of investing in land property for all the Leo natives during this transit. Jupiter, the fifth and eighth house ruler, is conjunct with this Mars, indicating sudden travel possible for work related purposes. Jupiter here, along with Mars, is making you a little extra stubborn and idealistic about your work, business, or job. Mars from here will cast its fourth aspect on your ascendant or moon sign of Leo, which shows competitiveness and additional energy in your life. So expect more movement, more work being done during this transit. The seventh aspect onto the sign of Scorpio, fourth house indicates either relocation or changes and transformation within the household setup. Be mindful of your relationship with your mother. If you are planning to beautify the house or expecting a change of home, then this time period is suitable for the same. The eighth aspect on the fifth house of Sagittarius indicates that the students need to channel this energetic period wisely into studying consistently and not sporadically. Those who invest in the stock market can experience high levels of fluctuation, mostly positive in this timeline, but the risk will be high as well. Overall, a positive period for the Leo natives if you channel your energy properly. For the Virgo ascendant and moon sign natives, the transit of planet Mars is taking place in the ninth house of your horoscope. Mars rules the eighth and the third house of horoscope, which means planet Mars holds the energy of change, transformation, volatile action, courage, and risk taking attitude for you. Mars being in the ninth house indicates sudden changes in your relationship with father, or there can be a possibility of planning a long distance travel with your family during this time. Take good care of your father's health during this time. If there is any kind of blood pressure or sugar related health issues in the family, then it needs to be addressed during the time of any of your father's side of familial relations. Jupiter being conjunct with this Mars indicates new opportunities coming your way during this transit. There can be some relief and good news regarding the work related to property or land. If you are searching for a home away from your home, then this transit will prove to be helpful for the same. Mars from here will cast its fourth aspect on the 12th house of horoscope, which means additional expenditure on travel, tourism, higher education, children, or investment is likely to happen. The seventh aspect of Mars will fall on the third house of horoscope onto the sign of Scorpio, which indicates significant events happening in your younger sibling's life. You must take well curated and calculated risks during this time. The eighth aspect onto the sign of Sagittarius and on the fourth house of horoscope indicates that the money, resources, and your energy is being directed and invested into the matters related to your family, home, familial matters, property, or your parents' health. is going to be significant for you during this time. For the Libra ascendant and moon sign natives, the transit of planet Mars is taking place in the 8th house of your horoscope in the sign of Taurus. Now, Mars, being the 2nd and 8th house ruler of your chart, transiting through the 8th house of chart is activating the yogas of marriage getting fixed. For those who are looking to find a suitable match, this is a suitable time period. For those who are already married, will have a significant time period with their spouse, and matters related to inheritance and relationship with the in-laws will be of significance. Sudden unexpected gains through insurance investments made in the past can be seen. Jupiter and Mars together in the 8th house also indicates high blood pressure or dental issues, excessive heat being generated in the body. So take good care of the same. Mars from here would cast its fourth aspect on the 11th house of Leo, which again indicates matters related to finances and joint assets being the major focal point during this transit. There can be a significant event happening in your elder sibling's life as well during this time. The seventh aspect of Mars on the second house of Scorpio indicates some hot heated arguments within the familial matters, so act mindfully and handle the situation in a calm and composed manner. The eighth aspect of Mars on the third house of Sagittarius is another indicator of probable change or relocation of your sibling, either for education or job purpose. Overall, Mars transiting through the eighth house gives too much passive aggression, so one must channelize it well. Manage your wealth assets properly, make wise decisions, beware of fraudulent investment plans. Following a healthy diet will help you the most during this transit. And take good care of dental hygiene and well being as well. For the Scorpio ascendant and moon sign natives, the transit of planet Mars is happening in your seventh house of horoscope. Mars being the ruler of your ascendant or moon sign, that is the first house and the sixth house of your horoscope, transiting through the seventh house indicates major focus being put on the seventh house related matters, which are relationship, marriage, partnership, dealings with other people and people of opposite sex, business dealings, and overseas travel, foreign settlement, etc. You are likely to come across influential connections and people during this time. Mars transiting through the seventh house, being the first house ruler, also indicates that the marriage might be on the cards. And Jupiter is also blessing you to fix the marriage, especially if you are undergoing the Dasha period of Venus, Mars, or Jupiter. This transit can be fruitful for the marriage purpose. Jupiter being the second and fifth house ruling planet for your Lagna or moon sign, it indicates that many of you might be creating a family away from your biological family, means relocation, transfer, travel is indicated. Educational achievements are also indicated during this time. Mars from here aspects the 10th house with its fourth aspect, shows that if you work in public sector, media, business, then this time period will bring you more name, fame, and recognition. The seventh aspect on the first house gives that extra boost of energy to you. Be mindful of handling such intense energy of Mars and Jupiter's aspect. Do not let overconfidence ruin things. The eighth aspect on the second house is indicating that your speech will be very much idealistic. It can be destructive as well. So take a breather before commenting randomly. So overall, a great impactful transit for all the Taurus natives, for all the Scorpio natives out there. For the Sagittarius ascendant and moon sign natives, the planet Mars rules the 5th and the 12th house of your horoscope. Mars will be transiting through the 6th house of horoscope in the sign of Taurus, indicating that the major focus of the Sagittarius natives out there is going to be put on the matters related to the 6th house, such as health, fitness, diseases, job, competition, routine work, debt management, etc. Mars here is accompanied by Jupiter, which shows more expansion of the 6th house related matters. It's likely that you may find a suitable help, solution, or answer to many of your long pending problems, either related to health, debt, or job related matters. So make sure to invest more energy in creating positive momentum and outcome for the same. Jupiter and Mars in the sixth house indicates success in competitive exams, government, or administrative job, provided your sun is in good dignity and you are undergoing the suitable dasha period to support the same. If you're waiting to change the job or to get the loan approved, or if you're looking to sell out the property, then this time period can be of help. Be active and engage in some sort of sport or exercise like yoga to channel the energy of Mars and Jupiter appropriately. There can be some dietary changes possible during this time. Mars from the sixth house will aspect the ninth house of Leo, with its fourth aspect, indicates that through challenging your own beliefs, you can bring more conscious awareness and wisdom into your personality. The seventh aspect on the 12th house indicates heavy expenditure to mitigate certain health issues or to navigate through the tough conditions of some sort. You may have to spend money. The eighth aspect falls onto your ascendant or moon sign of Sagittarius, indicates high temperament during this time. Sudden burst outs of energy or anger will make you a little restless. So channel this energy of Mars accordingly for the best possible results. For the Capricorn ascendant and moon sign natives, the transit of Mars is happening in the fifth house of horoscope. A Kendra Trikon Raj Yoga is occurring for the Capricorn natives as Mars, the ruler of the Kendra house, is transiting through the auspicious Trikona house along with Jupiter. This transit is activating your Purva Punya or past life good karmas. Those who were waiting to become parents, the females who were trying to conceive, this time period can be favorable for the same. Mars and Jupiter here indicates positive momentum and new opportunities coming your way. You will feel more energized and driven about certain goals that you want to accomplish in life. Financial gains are indicated during this transit of Mars. If you invest in stock market, then sudden gains accompanied by sudden loss can be experienced. So take calculative risk. Do not be overconfident. A good time to invest in office space or real estate, or to apply for a educational loan, or to get enrolled into a dream university for higher education. Or this can be the case in terms of your sibling. Mars will aspect the eighth house of Leo, indicating speculation of money related activity being at peak during this time. Take good care of your food intake and stomach related health. The seventh aspect of Mars falls onto the 11th house, acts as a boon for financial decisions and increased earning. Expect a hike or additional ways of income. The eighth aspect onto the 12th house indicates sudden expenses either for health related matters or for investment purpose. You are prone to take bold decisions and sudden plans are likely to be executed. So make sure to think well and contemplate a little before hitting the yes button. Mars is the ruler of the third and the 10th house of the Aquarius ascendant and moon sign natives horoscope. Now Mars is transiting through the fourth house of your home, family, peace of mind, mother, land, property, conveniences related household. So Mars here is responsible to bring some shift in energies related to the fourth house matters. One of the first change or shift in energies could be that you find yourself to be more active, energetic, authoritative, or a little controlling as well when it comes to matters related to your family, mother, property, etc. This time, Mars is accompanied by planet Jupiter as well in the fourth house. So, major events are happening around home and familial matters. If you were looking to expand your home based business or were trying to shift your office space into a bigger and new property, then this transit will be highly positive for you to do so. If any of you were waiting to receive any pending money from property related matters or investment, then this transit of Mars with Jupiter in the fourth house will prove to be significant for the same. Buying home, renovating the home, getting benefited through some kind of investment return, buying new vehicle, or family gatherings and significant event occurring in life of your mother or sibling is also possible. Overall, your focus will be around the home and family related matters. So make sure to give equal importance to other aspects of your life, such as your career or whatever is necessary that you should be doing during this transit. From here, Mars will aspect the seventh house of chart, indicating that the work, career related matters, or some kind of dealing, you will be meeting influential personalities. Your social circle within the hometown is going to get increased. The seventh aspect on the 10th house, indicating changes and movement in career. You will have to juggle the responsibilities at both the home and work front quite well during this time. The eighth aspect onto the 11th house indicates fluctuations and sudden gains, either in terms of growing network circle or sudden financial gains. For the Pisces ascendant and moon sign natives, planet Mars rules the second and ninth house of your horoscope, and Mars is transiting through the third house of your horoscope through the sign of Taurus. Now, this is a crucial time period for all the Pisceans out there because this Mars is your Bhagya Karaka and it is conjunct with your ascendant or moon sign ruler Jupiter in the third house, which is a clear indication of you carrying out some kind of heroic task during this time. You will be more confident, determined to persevere through any kind of tough situation. The more you write, read, make notes, travel, share your thoughts with others, the more you educate yourself, the better results will be experienced of this transit. Mars, being the ninth house ruler, also indicates that you need to work hard to strengthen and enhance your luck factor, as Mars is transiting seventh to its own sign of Scorpio, which falls into the ninth house of luck. The second house ruler, also being in the third house, shows that one has to have patience and dedication towards their craft, or be it anything that you want to achieve during this transit. Jupiter being with Mars indicates that through creative problem solving and composed way of communicating and learning new things, sharing your learnings with others will also be of great help achieving your career related goals. Mars from here aspects the sixth house of competition, debt, diseases. So expect events related to these things, and you will have to show grit, determination, and thoughtful and timely action in order to overcome challenges. The seventh aspect onto the ninth house, as I said, makes you take up long distance travels, can give dental issues, and you will slowly strengthen your luck through hard work and commitment. The eighth aspect on the 10th house indicates transformation or changes in the way you work. So set up new work ethics and experiment a little bit to get the best of this transit.